All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're not just going to talk about saving money. I'm going to hand you the actual game plan to hit a massive milestone, saving your very first $1,000. No lectures, no fluff, just a clear, straightforward strategy. Let's get in the game.
First things first, let's check the scoreboard. A wild 44% of Americans don't have $1,000 set aside for an emergency. And look, that's more than just a number on a screen. It's a huge weight on your shoulders. A surprise car repair, a sudden medical bill, that stuff goes from being an annoyance to a full-blown crisis. But that's exactly why we're here. That's why this goal is so important.
The good news? You are in exactly the right place to get the playbook. So the question isn't, can I do this? It's, okay, how do I do this? And that's what we're going to break down step by step right now. So here's our roadmap. We're going to kick things off at the financial starting line. Then we'll scout our toughest opponent, and that's our own spending. After that, we dive into the championship playbook. That's our offense and defense. We'll even take a quick timeout for halftime before we lay out your winning game plan. And finally, we'll talk about what it takes to become a savings MVP.
So why $1,000? What's so special about that number? Well, it's way more than just cash. It's your starter emergency fund. It's the buffer that stands between you and high-interest credit card debt when life, happens. Think of it as your first line of defense. It's the peace of mind that lets you breathe, knowing a flat tire won't wreck your whole month. Honestly, it's the first huge win on your way to real financial freedom.
All right, any good team studies their opponent's game film, right? Well, in the game of saving money, your biggest opponent is usually staring back at you in the mirror. It's your own spending habits. So before we can start putting points on the board, we need to get real about the patterns that are keeping you stuck on the sidelines. And I bet these hurdles look pretty familiar. You've got the takeout temptation after a long day at work, the subscription sneak, where all those little monthly fees just pile up, the daily coffee drain that costs way more than you think. Of course, there's the classic impulse buy at the checkout line. And maybe the sneakiest of all, the it's on sale trap, which tricks you into thinking you're saving money by spending it. On their own, they seem harmless, but together, they're a powerhouse defense working against your savings goal.
This quote from Thoreau just hits different. It totally reframes how we should think about spending. Don't think of that $80 pair of shoes as just $80. No, if you make, say, $20 an hour, that's 4 hours of your life. 4 hours of work. Is it really worth it? When you start measuring cost in your time instead of dollars, those decisions get a whole lot clearer.
So, here's the first big strategic move. You have to separate your needs from your wants. Needs are the absolute essentials: food, shelter, utilities, getting to work. Wants? Well, that's pretty much everything else. The fancy coffee, the latest gadget, the dinner out. You have to be brutally honest with yourself here. Nailing this difference is fundamental to building a winning strategy.
Okay, we've scouted the opponent. We know their moves. Now it's time to crack open the playbook. A winning financial strategy isn't just about one thing. It's about having a rock-solid defense to protect your money and a powerful offense to bring more of it in.
And in the world of finance, your playbook is your budget. And please don't think of a budget as a restriction. It's a plan. It's you telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. You can use a simple framework like the 50-30-20 rule. That's 50% for needs, 30 for wants, and a crucial 20% for savings. Or you could try zero-based budgeting, where every single dollar gets a job. Honestly, the method you pick is less important than just having a plan in the first place. Let's start with defense. Defense wins championships, right? In finance, this is where you plug the leaks in your spending. It's the fastest way to free up cash you didn't even know you had, so you can start putting it towards your savings goal. And here are your go-to defensive plays. First, actually get on the phone and try to negotiate your bills. Internet, phone, TV. You'd be shocked what a 5-minute call can do. Next, do an audit of your subscriptions. Get this, one study found people spend, on average, $219 a month on them, often without realizing it. Packing your lunch a few times a week can easily save you $70 a month. And the easy wins? Switching to generic brands and using cashback apps. These small moves add up big time. A great defense is essential, but at some point, you got to put points on the board. And that means playing offense, actively looking for ways to bring more money in. This is the other side of the coin, and it can seriously supercharge your journey to that first $1,000. Here are 3 powerful offensive plays you can run. Step 1. Look around your home.
all that stuff just collecting dust? That's cash waiting to be made on places like Facebook Marketplace. Step 2. Turn your skills or your free time into a side hustle. Drive for a ride share, walk some dogs, whatever works for you. And step 3, the most direct route. See if you can pick up some overtime or extra shifts at your job. Every extra dollar you make goes straight into the savings account.
All right, Whistle, let's call a quick timeout here. We have covered a lot of ground, and just like in any big game, it's super important to pause, take a breath, and just acknowledge the progress you're already making.
No, seriously. The fact that you're watching this right now means you're already in the game. You've gotten off the sidelines and you're deciding to take control. That is a huge first step, and you should feel really good about that. This is exactly how real change begins.
And hey, if this playbook is clicking for you, if it's helpful, do us a quick favor and hit that like button and follow us. Think of it like joining the team. It really helps us out, and it makes sure you get all of our future game plans sent right your way.
Okay, halftime is over. We've got the plays, we've got the motivation, now it's all about execution. This is where we turn all this strategy into a consistent routine that gets you to that $1,000 goal and way, way beyond. Listen, if you only remember one play from this entire playbook, make it this one. This is the game winner, automatic savings. Go into your bank account right now and set up an automatic transfer from your checking to your savings that happens every single payday. It's called paying yourself first. You take the temptation completely out of the equation because the money is gone before you can even think about spending it. You just set it, forget it, and let the system do the heavy lifting for you.
Need to build some momentum, like right away? A 30-day savings challenge is the perfect way to get a quick win. It breaks down the big goal into tiny, manageable daily chunks. It's visual, it's motivating, and most importantly, it proves to you that you can make real progress starting today.
So here's what the game looks like over time. In your first 30 days, just focus on those quick wins. In 90 days, get that automation dialed in. If you can automate just $77 a week, you'll hit $1,000 in just over 3 months. By the 6-month mark, tackle a bigger defensive play, like renegotiating your car insurance. And by 1 year, you've hit your goal and you're already setting the next one. So you've run the plays, you've put in the work, and boom, you hit your goal. This is your victory lap. You're not just someone trying to save anymore. You now are a savings MVP. You're someone who is in control of their money.
So let's do a quick recap of the MVP strategy. First, you identified your opponent, those sneaky spending habits. Then you mastered your playbook by creating a budget. You played tough defense, cutting costs, and you played smart offense, boosting your income. And the championship move, you automated the win, making your success almost inevitable. That's the formula right there.
The training session's over. You've got the knowledge, you've got the plays, you've got the complete game plan. The only question left is, what's the very first play you're going to run today, right now? Are you going to cancel that subscription, list something for sale, set up that automatic transfer? The ball's in your court. Thanks for watching.